President Trump proved yet again that he's not too bright. So listen to this report from The Hill. President Trump revealed highly classified intelligence information to the Russian foreign minister and ambassador while meeting with them last week at the White House, the Washington Post reported Monday. Current and former U.S. officials told the Post that Trump relayed information from a critical source of intelligence on the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. The information was provided by a U.S. partner through an intelligence sharing arrangement. The partner did not give the United States permission to share the information with Russia. A U.S. official with knowledge of the meeting said Trump revealed more information to the Russian ambassador than we have shared with our own allies. Trump's code word information disclosure risks damaging the relationship with the intelligence source, which has access to ISIS inner workings. Trump met with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak in the Oval Office the same week he fired FBI Director James Comey, who was overseeing an investigation into Russia's alleged interference in last year's presidential election and possible collusion with Trump's campaign. "I get great intel. I have people brief me on great intel every day," the president was quoted as saying before elaborating with highly classified details. Following the meeting, the White House contacted the CIA and National Security Agency to contain the damage, according to the Post. Okay, so at first you had Trump's administration, come out and say, this is fake news. This didn't happen. But then Trump goes on a late-night tweet storm like he always does and verified that it happened. He said, yeah, I share information, and I have every right to do that because, basically I'm the president, and I thought that this is fine to be shared. Look, the first point you have to bring up is the giant hypocrisy of Trump and the Republicans on this issue, because you can go back, you could dig up the tweets, whether it's Paul Ryan or Donald Trump or any other Republican. They went on and on and on about Hillary Clinton unfit to be president because she plays so loose with classified information. It's highly classified information in the email, and it's you can't highly classified. Oh, you can't let that get out. It's highly classified. It's highly classified. What are you, crazy? I mean, if you're giving out highly classified information and people are seeing it, maybe the Russians see it. Unbelievable. Trump has the Russians in the White House, and he gives away the highly classified information. Now, look, we may have lucked out in the sense that this information, from most reports that I read on this, it appears like the information was simply, hey, here's where Al-Qaeda is functioning. Like, here's an Al-Qaeda stronghold. By the way, do I trust the information coming out of U.S. intelligence agencies about where Al-Qaeda is? No, because we always massacre civilians when we think we're killing Al-Qaeda. So I don't trust the information either way. But that is allegedly the information that was given by Trump, is, yeah, we think this is where ISIS is. And there may be no downsides to that. Like, okay, the argument they're making is, the argument the critics are making is, no, there are downsides to that, because then that gets out, and then you're compromising people who are, like, I guess, moles on the field. So people who have penetrated ISIS, who are not actually in ISIS, but they're pretending to be in ISIS, and we get information from them, you've compromised people working on the field. If that's the case, then yes, that's fucking inexcusable, and that you're talking about a crime, revealing highly classified information that puts people in danger and then somebody gets killed or something. Woo! Whoa. That's what they accused Edward Snowden and Chelsea Manning of. But there was zero evidence of it, and that actually didn't happen. In other words, Chelsea Manning and Edward Snowden released information that let the American people know the government was breaking the law and violating the Constitution, and there wasn't anybody in the field who got hurt. So in other words, they didn't release classified information that was actually damaging, that really should have been classified information. Now, on this one, the jury's out. We don't know. It's possible that Trump releases this information and there's really no downside, and it just so happens that Russia now has a better rough idea where ISIS is, and they're use that information to maybe further their military aims in Syria as well. There might be no downsides. That's the best interpretation. The worst interpretation is he just let classified information go that compromised somebody on the ground, and then that person's now in danger as a result of that, and, all that other stuff. So, but either way, Trump is such a fucking idiot, it's unbelievable. Putting aside everything else, because there are calls for impeachment and all that stuff, and treasonous, yada yada. That's just so stupid. How do you not have the common sense to know You have Russians in the White House, in the Oval Office, and you're just going to fucking blabber out classified information? You know damn well if that was Hillary Clinton, they would already be having the impeachment hearings, the Republicans would. So, he's just so stupid. He's not, like, people talk about, you know, hey, he's not fit to be president. Like, his outlook on life, his fucking ability to focus and follow points and arguments. But that's true. Like, I think that's true. And you guys know me, man. I'm always policy first. That's really all I care about. So whenever I cover a story that's not related to policy, you know it's got to be fucking so damning that I can't help myself but bring it up. Well, this is one of those stories. Because it doesn't have much to do with policy. It's a lot more on, is he personally fit to be president? And the answer is no. I mean, we've read on air his fucking quotes like last week about when he spoke to Time Magazine about the media. Like, he cuts himself off halfway through almost every sentence. And it's incoherent babble. But when you watch him talk, the way he talks, he does so much emoting when he talks, that it doesn't come across as incoherent as it really is. But when you read what he's saying, you go, oh my God, he really is fucking incoherent. And he's got the attention span of a gnat. He does. You know, they say he gets his briefings. Like, you know, Obama would get his briefings and you go through all of them and it's a lot of pages, but you got to learn what's going on in the world. You're fucking the most powerful person in the world. Trump is like, I need it like Cliff Notes. I don't want it to be more than a few pages and it's got to be bullet points and it's got to be quick. Now, look, you know, I prefer information like that, but here's the difference. I'm a YouTube host. I'm a YouTube host. He's the president of the United States. Sometimes you can't fucking fit all the information you gotta know as president of the United States on 2 pages in bullet points. So, but he really is just fucking unfit. He's a loose cannon. He's unintelligent. You weren't able to connect the basic dots of maybe don't give away highly classified information when in the White House with people from what is kind of an enemy power. You know, I don't even know if I'm comfortable calling them that. I would hope that it's more of a neutral thing. Hey, us and Russia. We don't hate each other. We don't love each other. Yeah, we have our differences, but I hope we're not about to go to war or anything. So, okay. But you don't give information out. They even said it. Hey, we didn't even give this information out to our allies yet. But you're come on, man. Come on, you're just such an idiot. Now, again, everybody pump your brakes on the deeper point of, this proves it. He made a deal with the Russians and he's doing their bidding. And no, but again, I don't know what potential deal could there be. He hasn't done anything policy-wise that has benefited the Russians. Still, they axed the ExxonMobil Russia oil deal, which is a multi-trillion-dollar deal. Trump bombed the Syrian government, which is Russia's ally. He hasn't done anything policy-wise that helps them. And this is too small of a thing to be like, well, there you go. Oh, see, proven. He gave them information as to where ISIS is. So I don't know about a deeper deal or anything like that, but I do know that you can't do this. You're not allowed to just fucking, here you go. I'll just blubber everything out. Why not give him the nuclear codes while you're at it, dipshit? So, yeah, he's really not fit. Now, look, at the end of the day, I really hope that, this information does not endanger anybody on the ground. If I had to guess, I don't know. I'm split on it. I'm probably 50-50 as to whether or not this actually will endanger people on the ground. It might be the case that, it's whatever. Russia now happens to have a better idea of where they think ISIS is, and that's the end of it. But again, the main point is you shouldn't do that. And what this shows is he's such a loose cannon. What the fuck is he going to do next?